A corrupt government official in Eswatini just got arrested for handing a notorious South African businessman a completely fake birth certificate and national ID, allowing him to pretend he's a citizen of another country. This isn't some low-level scam. This is a blatant betrayal of public trust that could let an accused criminal slip through borders, dodge justice, and hide behind a false identity. And the woman who made it happen, Nonhlanhla Malambe, is now facing serious fraud charges. If this doesn't make you furious, wait until you hear how easily the system was manipulated. The man at the center of this storm is Vusimuzi Matlala, a controversial South African businessman whose name has been linked to everything from tender fraud to allegations of orchestrating hits on rivals. For years, many have claimed he operates with near impunity, always one step ahead of the law. But now we know one of the reasons why. He allegedly secured fraudulent Eswatini documents that declare him a born and bred citizen of the kingdom. On November 26, 2025, police in Eswatini arrested Nonhlanhla Malambe, a senior official in the Ministry of Home Affairs. The very next day, she appeared in the Mbabane Magistrates Court, charged with fraud, contravening the Births, Marriages and Deaths Registration Act, and violating the laws governing the issuance of identity documents. According to the charges, Malambe deliberately bypassed every required verification process. She skipped background checks, ignored protocol, and personally pushed through a birth certificate and ID for Matlala that falsely stated he was born in Eswatini decades ago. These aren't minor administrative errors. These are foundational identity documents that grant citizenship rights. Think about what that means. With those papers, Matlala could apply for an Eswatini passport, cross borders under a different nationality, open bank accounts, register companies, or even seek political protection in another country if things got too hot in South Africa. The internal investigation that led to Malambe's arrest started after red flags were raised about irregularities in the issuance of certain high-profile documents. Sources inside the ministry say once investigators zeroed in on Matlala's file, the trail led straight to Malambe's desk. She allegedly processed the application without requiring any of the standard supporting evidence, like school records, hospital birth records, or witness affidavits that are mandatory for late registrations or disputed claims. Instead, the file was fast-tracked and approved in record time. Legal experts in Eswatini have called this one of the most serious breaches of document integrity they've seen in years. They warn that fake IDs and birth certificates don't just help one individual. They undermine the entire national registration system and open the door to organized crime, money laundering, and even terrorism financing. The Ministry of Home Affairs has gone into damage control mode, issuing statements that they are committed to rooting out corruption and restoring public trust. But many citizens, both in Eswatini and South Africa, are asking how such an obvious fraud could happen under their watch in the first place. Social media erupted the moment news of the arrest broke. South Africans flooded timelines with outrage, pointing out that powerful, connected individuals always seem to find backdoors while ordinary people wait months or years for legitimate documents. In Eswatini, people are demanding to know whether Malambe acted alone or whether this was part of a broader syndicate inside the ministry selling citizenship papers to wealthy foreigners. Some are even calling for a full independent audit of all recently issued IDs and passports. Matlala's name carries heavy weight in certain circles. He's been linked to major construction tenders, luxury lifestyle displays, and more darkly, to unsolved hits on business rivals. The fact that he allegedly went to these lengths to secure a second identity only fuels suspicion about how far he's willing to go to protect himself. Prosecutors say they have solid evidence, including digital records, witness statements from other ministry employees, and discrepancies in the paperwork itself. Malambe's bail application was opposed, and she remains in custody awaiting trial. The case has also sparked cross-border tension. South African authorities are reportedly monitoring developments closely because if Matlala ever tries to use those fraudulent Eswatini documents to evade local investigations, it could become an international incident. Many are asking, how many other connected individuals have bought their way into fake citizenships? The ministry has quietly admitted they are reviewing several suspicious files, but they haven't named names yet. This scandal exposes the dangerous intersection of money, power, and weak oversight. When officials can be bought or intimidated into issuing foundational identity documents, the entire concept of national sovereignty is at risk. Ordinary citizens who lose their IDs and struggle for months to get replacements are watching this unfold with bitter anger. They follow every rule, pay every fee, and still face endless delays, while someone accused of serious crimes allegedly gets VIP treatment. The judge in the initial appearance described the charges as extremely serious, emphasizing that public officials hold a sacred trust when handling identity documents. Any betrayal of that trust strikes at the heart of the state. As the case moves forward, investigators are reportedly looking into Malambe's financial records to establish whether she received payment or other benefits for fast-tracking Matlala's application. The broader question hanging over the saga is simple. If a high-profile figure like Matlala could allegedly secure fake citizenship this easily, what does that say about the integrity of the entire system? South African social media users have started trending hashtags demanding that authorities on both sides of the border revoke any documents issued to him and bring him in for questioning about how he obtained them. Eswatini's government, keen to protect its international reputation, has promised full cooperation with any legitimate cross-border investigations. What do you think drove Malambe to take such a risk? Was it pure greed, pressure from powerful people, or something else? Drop your thoughts in the comments. How many other fake Eswatini identities do you think are out there in the hands of controversial figures? Share your guess below. Do you believe this is an isolated incident or the tip of a much bigger iceberg? I want to hear your opinion. If you're as angry about this abuse of power as I am, hit that share button and get the story in front of more people who need to know. And while you're here, tell me, in your country, how hard is it for an ordinary person to get legitimate ID documents compared to what we're seeing here? The trial dates are still being set, but when they are, this story is only going to get bigger. Stay tuned, because we'll keep following every development. For now, one thing is clear. The arrest of Nonhlanhla Malambe is just the beginning. The real question is how deep the rot goes, and who else will be held accountable. If this kind of corruption makes your blood boil, type "Justice Now" in the comments and let's send a message that we're watching. Thank you for sticking with me through this whole infuriating story. See you in the next one.